and I'm unloading all over her chocolate-covered starfish, and then she said, "Get the fuck out of here!"
And here we go for another edition of Jofo in the Ring. And yes, my name is Frank Jofo, and as you can see here, we have some special guests. Two men, the sexy beast, Sexxxy Eddy and Bob the Animal Anger. What's going on, guys?
Yeah.
We're live.
Stop. How you doing, brother?
Good.
I know I'm thirsty right now.
Dude, me
What do
too.
you guys
Cheers.
think?
Cheers.
It's bringing it together.
Cheers to
That's some of a bitch.
Cheers to the next future IWS Tag Team Champions.
Oh, yeah. I want that gold. Goddamn right. You're goddamn right. Straps.
So guys, right now it's as honestly, I'm so happy to have you guys here for the first time in studio.
Yeah.
Sexxxy Eddy's been here 3, 4, 5 times.
Oh,
I
jeez.
lost count.
I can't remember. I've been on acid and mushroom trips, so maybe I've been here more than I have no clue. I can't remember.
But let's recap right now. As we speak right now, the last event at the IWS, you guys were the winners. Are you guys the #1 contenders for those tag titles?
I will say this. I think we've been #1 contenders for 2 years. 2 years.
That sounds about right.
696 days.
That sounds about right.
We should have.
I mean, when
right
it all
there.
comes down to the wins and losses, what we really care about is the adulation of the fans. Because when the sexy beasts come out of the curtain, all you hear, you can't hear anything. It's just noise. It's just yelling. There's draws being thrown at us. You know, and not from underage girls
Cigarettes.
anymore. From old ladies that don't have any teeth in their mouth. It's wonderful. It's amazing.
the best. They're the best.
They're the breast. They're the breast.
They got a little bit of money.
Money, and they got a little bit more than that in the broad panties too. I don't want to mention, but they should be wearing diapers. Some
Yeah, and animals' trunks are full of toonies at the end of a match.
Oh yeah, mine is full of tuna at the end of my show.
Where do you get fish?
There's fish everywhere in Montreal, baby.
when they say bring your own weapons, I guess they're bringing the cans of tuna. What's the story there? But let's go back to what was the conversation you both had before making the team together? What was the conversation you guys had to form this team?
This is going way back. I can't remember 2 days ago what I had for breakfast, and you're asking me what happened years ago.
Well,
This is even pre-COVID. So you know how many drugs I've taken since then. Yeah, it was almost like when Macho Man teamed up with Hogan. Almost like when Hogan teamed up with Ultimate Warrior, but 10 times bigger. When we met backstage, there was a gaze. We saw each other from across the room. There was just something there. There was this electricity, this sexuality, this animal lust of tag team wrestling. No homo. Something there. And what was I talking about?
Eddie does love the look of wet fur. Wow, I think I came back after a match just wet, sweaty, furry, and he just saw it. He saw the magic. He said, "You know, I think I could take Animal and make him just a little bit sexier." And then he also said, "I could probably get with Animal and get a little bit wilder." And that's what happened. That's where it started.
We did the handshake, the fingertip. Oh, yeah. And then
Recreate it right now.
you know what happened?
Recreate it
I
right
don't
now.
know if it's possible. This whole studio might blow out.
And you know what happened? Once we locked. I realized at that moment we both had furry palms.
We both had to change our underwear after that too. Let me just say, it was explosive, to say the least. Hey, speaking of explosive, I just want to thank you guys for cleaning your toilet. The last time I was here, these guys had a ringer of a toilet inside. It was disgusting. I said, if you want to get laid, you want to have the pussy palace right here, then you're going to have to clean that. They cleaned it up for me, so I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart.
There
you
you
guys
go.
nice and clean, so when I drink all your beer and I take a piss, I can then eat my tuna right off of it, right off the seat. Beautiful.
I went in their backyard.
You lift your leg up. The animal, he's true. Oh, man.
I saw a really nice tree out there, and I was like, I might as well pull my pants down and squat in front
Your
of it.
dog peed on it, and you had to pee over it.
Yeah, well,
You're right. You're the master.
Yeah.
So IWS is on pay-per-view. How excited are you guys to be on pay-per-view like our heroes from back in the day, like Hulk Hogan?
God damn, are we lighting that up? This week we both had the Hugh Hefner robes.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Oh, my God. We were just glistening with all the lights and stuff like that. Again, Halloween special edition of IWS. we showed him up, and we had fun with the crowd. What a matchup that was. Hey, and we could put that W in the
Right next to
bracket
your
right
name.
now.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
That goes in. That goes in.
I've been waiting for
many we
that.
got?
It's been not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Yeah, I know how many. I'm just not going to say it on air.
Well,
We get cheated a lot. We get cheated a lot.
Macri Martin, Junior Benito, are the champions. You guys have anything to say to them and challenge them for the titles? Because like I said, I think it's way overdue for you guys to have
It's
the
done.
titles around
It's
your
done.
age.
They're little kids. They're like both a bunch of little kids. I mean, McRae, he's a big boy. He's a big boy, but he's a boy. He doesn't have what we got.
Yeah.
Man strength. Man strength. He's afraid of it.
Wisdom, experience,
Wisdom,
and a lot of pills for our backs to help us walk. Yeah, we need a lot of those. We'll see if that comes into effect.
If you guys are wondering what these bottles are here, do you drink some of this hot sauce before matches?
Every time.
This is like it's like my spinach, my Popeye. It's my power.
What we got here? What's this one?
Talk to me about these hot sausages, because this is a great cause you're doing here, and it's a great...
I'll run this really fast every time. So again, the money we spend, we buy bottles, labels, and the ingredients. We make this. Once we've paid all that, taken care of that, all the profits, 100% go to local charities. Every time we get $500 for a charity, then we find a new one. We present them with the money, we give them, and we move on. It's my way of giving back, because all the bad things that I've done, I know I'm going to hell, but by doing this good thing, I will be in the penthouse in hell. I will be the one sentencing the beatings to everyone else. So I will be like in a cushy, nice place in hell. But trying to do a good thing. I mean, when you're this old, you gotta think about other people than yourself. Still selling t-shirts. We're still selling Sexxxy Beast t-shirts. So we're still gonna make some money for us. But all the money for my jerk sauce, the brown one, and the ginger sauce, 100% of the profits go to local charities. So get yours at every show that Sexxxy Eddy is on.
Mrs. Animal and I have been through 2 jerks.
2 jerks?
2 jerks.
That's why they got 2 kids. I was just saying, I don't know what. They're working on the second one. Watch out. You're going to get the snippy.
That's
there.
right. That's right.
Don't jerk enough. Don't jerk too much.
An animal,
Yeah.
Comic-Con, Mother Trucker.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
How did this come about? This is very interesting to me, and maybe tell the fans how this began for you.
Okay. Well. This is Mother Trucker right here. Issue 1. Issue 2.
Issue 2.
A lot of people don't know that when Animal isn't beating ass in IWS, Animal makes comic books. And I made comic books for Marvel, DC, Image, Heavy Metal Magazine, Boom, anybody, Dynamite. I've pretty much made comics for every major publisher in North America. In 2019, I kind of got into Kickstarter. I got really hooked on it and started my own comics, which were Mother Trucker, which is basically about a woman who's kind of like Wonder Woman, and she wakes up in a new era where they don't like boobs, and she can't pull her 90s attitude era shit anymore. And the idea is the world is space trucking, right? So let's say Eddie over here is the trucker for Walmart, and he's got the Walmart championship belt, which is his shipping contract. It's a belt, and I want it. So I'll roll up on him in a truck, and I'll challenge him to a fight in the back of our rigs, transform into rings, and we wrestle. And if I beat him, I get his contracts to ship for Walmart.
Awesome cartoon.
And I get his truck, and he's got to go back to the unemployment line.
That'd be an awesome cartoon.
Yeah, and that's what Mother Trucker's about. She's like this ultra genetically enhanced Wonder Woman sort of character in a man's world of trucking.
I like it.
And the way she beats all her opponents is like at some point when she's coming out of the heat into her Hulk Hogan comeback, she just whips out her tatas. And but it's a new era. It's not the Attitude Era. So everyone starts throwing up and crying and telling her to put her shirt on.
You don't like it.
Call the cops. This is disgusting. And but she ends up winning anyway. So
I want to say something too. You can't just buy one issue of this. You got to buy many. I've jerked off because his tits are so on point that I had to fucking whip it out. I soiled the magazine, so I had to buy another one from him. So buy many copies because the tatas, as you call them, tits, gazongas, breasts, fucking melons are fucking beautiful.
let me
You
just
wanna
say straight
suck
up.
'em.
Let me just say, I like drawing the best stuff. What is the best thing to draw? What's the best thing you? Hey.
In the era of no internet, I'm sure you were drawing all kinds of titties.
That's
and
right.
tatas.
Oh yes,
So-
of course. Oh, of course. Anyway, so
You
that's
must have been
another
the
trigger.
you
So
must
that's-
have been the go-to guy.
That's right. Like, kids at school were like, hey, I'll give you $10 for a drawing.
They're not like, can you do my homework for $10? Draw me some titties.
Draw me some titties.
Put your titties on the glass.
At recess, I'd be in the corner just drawing naked ladies for all the kids and getting their lunch money.
I was in the other corner just whacking off. Once I discovered my penis, I threw my Game Boy right out. I was like, this is the best toy ever. I don't need any other toys for Christmas.
No one even knows that Eddie and I went to school together.
Really?
Little kids.
Really?
No one even knows that Animal is older than Eddie.
By how much?
2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. I think we were twins. Just maybe our mom had cramps and then I just shot out. I came out of the asshole. That's why I'm all fucked up. It's like twins with Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He got all the good genes and I got all the fucking diarrhea. Hey, another thing too. I just want to say I'm wearing a Christmas shirt. It's a little early.
I was gonna say,
saw
yeah.
this reindeer's fucking having an orgy, and so I'm wrestling. I'm wrestling at a show in a church basement. You know where I'm talking about? 'Cause we wrestle on the same show, and they had stuff to sell for the church. I said, "Hey, this shirt has no business in a church sale," so I didn't pay the $4. I just grabbed it. I took that. I did the 5-finger discount because they shouldn't be selling shirts with reindeers. Fucking having a bum rush here. I don't know who's doing what here, but I said I need this shirt.
Is that where you said that?
That's where I got that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Didn't you grab shoes too?
I grabbed a lot of
like,
stuff.
a
I
pair of
dressed
boots?
myself up at the church
like a pair
bazaar.
of boots.
You know,
I think you got some-
kids, you want to save your money.
slacks.
You want to save your money, man, because wrestling ain't gonna pay for shit. Ain't gonna pay for shit.
Yeah, he got slacks there. He got a pair of boots, maybe a pair of running shoes. He got that sweater. I think he got a real nice like V-cut t-shirt.
The only thing I
or
won't take
something,
are
yeah.
socks at a church bazaar. You don't know where
Use
those
socks. That's
No,
a little excessive.
That's the only. And I want to also mention too. Animal has never ever had a Four Loko, right?
I haven't.
So he opened it before the show, and he was about to take a sip, and I
got
said,
stopped.
"Whoa!"
I got stopped.
I stopped him, and I said, "No, I want this to be live,
First ever sip.
right here,
All right, here
for
we go.
everyone to witness. Take a good sip too. I don't want you to just get a. Oh,
I got it. I got it.
silence.
Here we go.
Get in, take it in. Fruit punch, Four Loko. Here we
How about
go.
that first face you make, eh? Oh, he's going for a little extra there.
Woo!
Dude, it tastes like it tastes like it's like the fourth. It's like the 4th of July and homelessness in one can. That's what it tastes like.
Now we know where he gets it.
I'm telling you, this will make you puke and shit at the same time. It's wonderful.
4% alcohol, 4 local. There you go.
They changed the ingredients a little bit, but I still drink this shit because after 2 cans, I'm fucking wasted. I save a lot of money on
Why
this.
don't you just bring these to shit?
I remember you were saying last time they don't get them in Canada, right?
just felt that in my arm.
Banned in Canada.
Banned in Canada. So you're
Felt that
good
in my
friends in the
arm.
States.
Why are they banned in Canada?
Yeah, because we'll die. Shit happens. So you know what? People die. People die. But not Sexxy Eddy. Not the animal.
Not the animal.
And definitely not Jofo because fucking we're invincible. Invincible.
Hey, I want fresh air. I want fresh air. We got to get them.
So Comic-Cons.
Yeah.
I meet a lot of great people, a lot of celebrities.
Oh,
I'm sure just getting asked to go to Comic-Con
I mean, okay,
must
so
be crazy.
So, being a guest at Comic-Con, I get flown all over the place. So I normally do 10, 15 Comic-Cons a year. I get flown everywhere. I'll only do a Comic-Con if they pay for my flight, hotel, table, and maybe some food or per diem.
There you go.
Or else I won't go because I got work to do. I got asses to beat at IWS. I got stuff
Creative
to do.
control. Creative
Yes,
control.
right. But in my travels, as soon as I started wrestling, I've met some really crazy people in the wrestling world. And the first one I met Hulk Hogan.
Whoa! He's name dropping. He just said Hulk Hogan.
So when I was a guest at the show in Montreal, this was the first one. I said, listen, they wanted me to do a drawing of Chuck Norris or a poster, and I said, I'll draw Chuck Norris. Come on, Chuck Norris, missing in action. So he fought Bruce Lee. So anyway, I got to draw this thing, and I met Chuck Norris. And
You met because
this hand shook Chuck Norris's hand. That's why we kick so much ass.
same hand that you shook Sexxy Eddy.
Touch it again. I'll give you some of his power. Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. I shook Chuck Norris's hand. And I said, listen, I will draw this poster. I'll draw this poster for free. But I want you to take me backstage to meet Hulk Hogan because he was there. So I got to go backstage and meet Hulk Hogan. First thing I realized.
Did you think that you were going to pull that off, or
No, I
said,
did pull
you know what?
But
No, we can't do that.
I said,
When you said it, I was going to say, go fuck yourself.
Was that like a high,
I played big man, like
Yeah. But what if they would have came like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Animal, we can't do that for you.
No. They were like, yeah, hell yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah. So I got to go backstage, meet Hulk Hogan. First thing I noticed, I thought he was like 8 feet tall. He was only like 6'4", but then I heard like he had a bunch of surgeries. So he got, because when you see him next to Andre, he looks like 6'7", 6'8". But when I met him, he was only a little taller.
The older you get, the operations.
So the operations,
I guess,
shrunk him. Yeah. So he's not as tall anymore.
That's what it was. The leg
5 inches shorter.
That's a dangerous move.
Anyway, so then I shook Hulk Hogan's hand.
Wow.
And that was like
was
what I would compare to like rock and roll sunshine. He had very big but soft, pillowy hands.
Yeah.
But like he was full of like the guy's like meeting the sun, like you're meeting sunshine. That's crazy. So then,
hey brother.
Yeah, it was great. And then 2 days later at the same show, I was at a bar with I forget the guy's first name. His last name's Barrymore. He's like the crazy bald creepy dude from The Hills of Eyes.
Okay.
And we were at the bar together, and Kevin Nash walked by.
Wow.
And who was the biggest human being I have ever seen in my life.
Big sexy.
Huge, like Animal here is 6'3".
Yeah.
And like when I was next to like Nash, I was like, oh my God, like there's clouds.
Yeah.
And like, but his
he's just a
like,
big guy, man.
And like jacked, still like super jacked. And he came over and he knew Barrymore, and he said, listen, are you a wrestling fan? I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is happening?
Kevin Nash is asking me a question.
He's like, I'm gonna come over and buy the beer. So next 2 hours, and you can ask me anything you want.
Wow.
And I was like, what is happening? So he met me, came back, he bought beers for the next 2 hours.
Wow.
Hammered. And he told me all kinds of crazy wrestling stories about him and Taker at WrestleMania. He was supposed to break the streak, but
Diesel was supposed to break the streak before the streak was a thing?
Yeah, so at the show, Taker wasn't coming to talk to him, so he didn't know what to do before they went out.
Okay.
And he finally like went to Vince. He's like, what's gonna happen? I don't know. So then he went and talked to finally like tracked down Taker and said, listen, like we're out soon. We gotta figure something out. And Taker goes, we'll go out there, do your what was it, the jackknife?
Jackknife, yeah.
And pin me. And
jackknife powerbomb.
What? Okay. And then he looks down, and that day Taker had been given divorce papers.
Oh fuck.
So then when Taker told him that, like on the day of WrestleMania, Diesel was like, I'm not beating you today.
That story just took a swerve.
Wow.
He's like, I'm not breaking the streak today. I'm not beating you today. I don't even think it was much of a streak at that point. It's like
It wasn't talked about.
Matches he had won at WrestleMania at that
Like that's the thing. You think it became something?
Yeah, this was
like it wasn't. I don't. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be the streak, but
eventually it just.
But then the rumor was.
then they're like, oh, this guy's been on a 7 WrestleMania streak here. I think we should run with this.
That's the thing when that happened. So the rumor is that even up like all 18 WrestleManias, I was like 25 when he got to like we got all of them.
Yeah.
He'd give divorce papers to every wrestler he'd wrestle. He'd be like, oh, I just got sued. I'm like, son of a
This
bitch.
guy,
What a
smartest man in wrestling.
Son of a bitch.
Smartest man in wrestling.
A lot of Comic Cons, and this one Comic Con I went to, I was in the bathroom, and I was taking a whiz, and who comes up next to me to take a whiz is Batista.
Oh my God.
And Batista is about my height,
And his shoulders probably touching you while you're pissing
Yes.
too.
You hear the door close, and you're like,
He's pissing next to me, and he's my height, so we're like right at the same level.
At the
And, like,
urinal,
I do this,
shoulders-
that's a freak of nature, man.
but yeah, you take the animal and like multiply them by 2, and then tape them together.
Jesus.
Does he take a
That's
piss
what
like
he looks
this?
like. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And then he was super cool. I talked to him for like an hour. He was super cool. And then while I'm talking to him, walked into the green room where you get your food and stuff. In walked Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Wow.
And I had
wow.
freaked out. Like I was
Wow,
I
man.
got weak in the knees. I was like,
Wow.
Ricky the Dragon. He's like, oh, you want to meet him? And I was like, do I want?
What?
Yeah, of course. So we went and hung out with Ricky the Dragon for a little bit.
It's the older guys too that, again, we're a little older.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
on the older side. So those guys for us did it for us in our
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
The newer guys, yeah, they're very cool and stuff, but we kind of passed that age when we're little kids with stars in our eyes.
Yeah.
And we're like, wow.
when we still believed, right?
Exactly. So that's the thing. Like Batista, big star, big movie star,
Yeah.
wrestling star. But like for some of these guys, or these matches, when we rewatch that or we remember Ric Flair and Steamboat,
Yeah.
and the double pin, and who's got it, and you're fighting, you're yelling at the TV like, no, he had it, and so that's why that moment right there, I
Kidding.
know
you
how it
grew
is.
up on that. You grew up on that.
And then I've done a bunch of panels with this guy right here.
Mick Foley,
Mick
eh?
Foley. I've done 3 Comic-Con panels with Mick Foley and Jerry the King Lawler, who drew this book. And Jerry the King is a big comic book guy. And like
Really? I didn't know that. Wow.
drew that whole book. But
Jerry Lawler?
Jerry Lawler.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's a big comic guy. So I've been on more than 3 panels with Jerry Lawler.
And that's my partner, everybody. That's my partner, baby.
Yeah, so at Comic-Cons, I get to meet like crazy people.
It's an experience,
Wild.
though,
Yeah,
eh?
the one I just did in New York, I was hanging out with a guy who played Shazam in the Shazam movies, and he was talking about this. But I'm doing a comic book right now for a buddy of mine named Dan Fogler, who was on Walking Dead and,
Okay.
and Fantastic Beasts, the Harry Potter movies.
Okay. Sounds
He has
familiar,
a
then.
comic company, so that guy invites me to some crazy parties sometimes, and that's super fun.
I like to go, if right now we're on air, so I'm like saying live, if you're going to say yes, that I can go to one of these parties.
You have to
I
throw it
want
into
to say
your...
you're being filmed, so you could say no. This is your opportunity to
I
say
brought
no.
all the Montreal boys to the last party because I was like, listen, boys, I don't know what to expect when we go to a party
Yeah.
with Dan Fogel. I know he likes a lot of weed, but we could be going to a party. We could be ending up at his hotel room,
Yeah.
sitting there in a diaper with a Mountain Blue on the table, and that's the only people there.
With an animal mask
I
on.
don't know if we're gonna stay, but no, we got there, and it was like a really wild party. It was like really, really good.
My
Yeah,
invite
it's
is in the mail, right?
yeah,
okay.
We're going to slip that into the contract now.
No problem. No problem.
Hotel, food, and Sexxy Eddy.
And again,
right.
we're gonna get totally naked, just wearing the belts, running around with the belts. Well, he'll have the mask on too. Actually, this isn't even a mask. This is on his face. This is part of his face. Just he got it surgically implanted.
It kind of got melted on there.
Yeah, it just doesn't come off anymore.
Yeah,
Toxic
some of those-
Avenger.
Yeah.
Those matches we had in the summer where it's like 40 degrees and this thing just melted into my face with the sweat. Heat. I actually
Sweat and heat, baby.
I actually got laid a lot more once this thing became fused to my face. I gotta tell you. Yeah, my game went from a 2.3 to a 4.8.
Fully erect.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
I always wanted to ask you guys because, like I said before we went on that, I was telling you about I was deep diving into some clips of you guys, and I love you guys' entrance when you guys are in the ring and you come under a Sexxy Eddy's leg. Is that talked about before, or you guys just go ad lib? Like it's just like
it was Eddie's idea. He's a wrestling genius. He won't even admit to it. This guy, he's like, oh, I don't know how to wrestle. I don't know what I'm doing. And then like, I'll be in the ring and like, he has to hit a cross body, and it's like the most beautiful cross body I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, why aren't you cross body the whole day? Like, it's the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. He's one of the best wrestlers. He is.
he is because you know what?
He is.
You know what the travesty is that
So modest.
I was. When's the last time you held an IWS title? It's years. It's
enough
fucking
is enough.
about time.
Enough is enough.
It's about time.
And you know what? Seriously though, the thing is, again, I've had a couple belts in the past. Of
course.
It's everywhere. I've held belts
Yeah.
everywhere. The thing is, that takes 5 extra seconds to take off my pants when I'm having sex. I can't afford that 5 seconds because at my age,
IWS knows what he's going to do with
He's
that
right.
belt.
He's
at
right.
my
He's
age,
right.
when I get an erection, I need to use it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
If I don't, it might be another week before I get another one. So,
So this is I just literally thought about this. We had Mike Patterson on a couple of years ago, and he was saying that he told you one time that there was a storyline that they cut off your penis and they put it into a mini coffin.
I have to wait till he took for that.
The funny part is I was in the audience.
And
I saw that match live.
and
I was in the front row.
Mike Patterson goes then he goes, okay, well the whole thing is that we cut off your dick and your penis, sorry, and you're like it should be like small, and as I could see right here, it's fully erect. He goes, can you take the gimmick out of your shorts? And Eddie told him, he goes, that's not a gimmick. It's just the way it is.
He's always hard.
Has it ever been like that's
It never goes soft.
Has it ever been measured before? How big is this fucking?
I think it gets harder.
I've had to for matches. I have to tuck it in between my ass, so I'm getting an orgasm at the same time while I'm wrestling. I'm like, I'm apologizing to myself at the same time.
Because not for nothing, and not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just every time you come out, it's perfectly placed. I don't know how to say it. Like it's
got a mind of its own.
It's kind of like, okay.
It wants to go left, it goes left. Wants to go right,
I'm just trying to contemplate the gimmick, because a lot of people are saying it's a gimmick. I go, no, it's a real thing. Even though I've never seen it before myself.
I often feel like the physical manifestation of your penis. Like as if your penis became a human.
Well, actually, you know what? And I saw there's a PWI magazine here too, which I don't know if this is the last one, but
no, it's not.
It was one of them where my penis ranked higher than I did. So that's the thing. I was like, I was listed in the 400s, and my penis was ranked 300. So I don't know how that happened. I guess they figured that when I pin someone, my penis is on him first. So my penis got a lot of the wins, and I didn't get credited for them.
Sexxxy Eddy's penis on stage match.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question since last weekend.
Go for it. Go for it. Ooh, I want to hear it.
This is serious. We've been partners for a few years, and you've never, ever brought out the dick magnet. It has not happened since we were partners.
Well,
and like I've been dreading it, and then you pulled. Fear washed over me. I felt myself go white. I started shaking. I pleaded with you to say no, but like it was too late. Like there was a haze all around your head, an aura. It was like an aura. You had like an aura around you.
We call it a hora.
Yeah, and I couldn't. My words and my voice were not breaking enough of a sound barrier to get through to him out. But I could see it was already happening. Like I saw it charge up, and I had to like dive out of the way.
I didn't know if you were ready for it. I didn't know if the crowd. I didn't know if the crowd was ready for it, because this is more powerful than me. Once I channel I went to Tibet. I studied for a couple of years. I was injured, and I went there to study with the monks. And again, to channel your chi. And I wanted to channel some chicks, so I was like, I channeled my D. I misunderstood. I channeled my D, my dick, and so I learned it, and I put the power in my penis. And so when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pull it out, literally. And I pulled it out, and it's stronger than I am. It just sucks everything in.
Is that why we won?
Gravitational force.
It might be why we won.
Part of why we won.
I
don't know, because we get to do that. We have that advantage. Every other tag team, it's not 2-on-2. It's 2 against 3. You know what I'm saying?
It really is. It really is.
He's got 5 pounds of hair all over his body. He was telling me, he's like, Eddie, you want to be sexy? Let's go back to this fucking 70s. Grow your hair out. They want to see the chest. They want to see the pubes.
Like coming out of the t-shirt.
Why I don't wear the same trunks as him? So tell him, animal.
The biggest balls in the fucking
I cut it, but an hour later it grows back.
It grows right back.
It grows right back.
Like a full moon, and he shaves it, and it's like amazing. It's uncanny.
Immediately. I can't get rid of it. It's a curse. Yeah, but you pulled that out. Scared the shit out of me. You almost killed me.
Well,
like I got overzealous, and what I did, overzealous. What happened?
That's a big word, kids. What does that mean?
I saw
Translate for the kids that don't do drugs here.
A real good job of hanging on. He wasn't sucked into that tractor beam. I saw him hanging on. I was like, oh, I hate Casanova Productions.
I hate them so much.
I hate them so much. Giordano, I hate him. Bussato, he's a real piece of shit.
Smartest thing you did right there.
Yeah. I bit the hand. He went in, but then
he got sucked in.
I got sucked in myself.
I can't control it.
I had a grip on the post.
Once it's on, I can't turn it off.
Can't
turn it off until I've ejaculate, or just until I've just exploded, until the explosion happens.
You know what a lot of people don't know?
What?
Is I believe my first singles match of all time was against Eddie.
Really? I think you said that on the last time you were here. Yes.
2016 was my very first singles match was against Eddie. My first match, I think the day before, was a big group match with 8 guys.
Yeah, and then nobody remembers, but you remember.
Yes. The next day was against Eddie, and he used his dick powers on me.
That's something I always.
Terrifying.
That's something I was always like not pissed off about, but like if I always wanted to go watch an old IWS event. You know, like not like to say like I know you guys are on Fight now, and I think slowly they're putting old pay-per-views back.
They're going back.
That's cool, man. I like that, man. That's just that alone would get me to subscribe to Fight. But I know that you were in the era of you have DVDs coming out of your ass.
I have furniture coming out of my ass. I don't know how that happened. That's how hard I party. And with this guy, we're going to do some extra crazy parties, man. Anyway, I don't know where I'll be next week, so you better get my autograph right now while it's worth something while I'm alive.
Is there any team that you guys would like to face in the future? Or what's
all of them?
All of them.
I want
at
the belt.
The same time.
I want the strap.
At the same time.
I want to get recognized. The fans recognize us.
Of course.
IWS is scared. They're scared of us. But we would take it over the top for those guys. Take it over the top. This is a message to IWS. The management. We will take your show over the top. Put the straps on. No one can compete.
Let's go.
TDT, we had them. We had them. What happened? Those other guys got involved.
Other guys.
Those other guys.
It's always other guys.
Right.
It's always
Casanova Productions.
They always ruin a good bukkake. Other guys. That's the problem.
Let me tell you about Casanova Productions. They've never beat us. They've never pinned us. And in fact, out of all the legends at IWS, Bussato has not pinned Eddie. He got Manny.
That's right. Matt Viviani has
Phantom,
never
pinned.
Yep, it's true.
Matt Viviani has never pinned Sexxy Eddy.
Never. And never will. You know why? So he's scared of his penis.
He says it. He says he's Mr. Canada. He's the Prime Minister of Canada. I think that if he has to go through someone from Canada, Mr. Canada himself.
I think, you know what? We're going to have a debate.
I think so, yeah.
Masturbate, whatever you want to call it. A debate masturbate. I'm challenging you, Matt Viviani, one-on-one. We're each going to have a mic in the hand. A girl will have my penis in her hand.
There you go.
And I will out-cock you, out-rock you, and out-talk you. All right? Why am I yelling? Because I'm talking to the camera? I don't know.
And bring that title, too.
Bring that title.
A master debate.
Yeah.
Master debate. That's right.
I think it's about time that you compete for a title. Like you guys are in
I want to earn it, though. That's why I want
But I think you gotta
move for move, catch as can. That's what I'm going to show the crowd. I'm a jackass of all trades.
You know what it is? You know
and a masturbator of none. That's what I'm going to show them. That's what I'm going to show the people.
He's live tonight. He's live
Cheers,
tonight.
guys.
He's live tonight. He's lit tonight.
I love
He's lit tonight. I'll tell you what, fresh hair. Fresh hair. They're young guys. They don't have their man strength yet.
Nope.
They got a lot of flippy moves, a lot of fancy dancy moves. But you know what we got? We crawl inside their minds. We got that old wisdom. We crawl inside their minds.
The old dogs in the junkyard. That's what they're saying. That's the ones you got to watch out for because they're dangerous. They're a little slow, but they'll jump. The young pups always got a boner. They don't know what to do with it. They're humping everything. That's when we put you on your back, you little hump boys.
You guys have been there.
Little hump boys. Little hump boys.
That's right. They ain't men yet. Nope. We're going to fucking bite them right in the jugular. And take what belongs to us.
That's right.
I think your future title shot should be in your picture for sure. And then,
goddamn right.
It doesn't make any sense for me, but going.
Goddamn right.
Take some of it. Take some of the.
Oh, I'll take a loco.
C4, guys. C4. Everyone's been telling me great crowds, great atmosphere there. How was it to fight at C4?
I'll take this one because he's feeling it now. You don't know where the sexy beasts are going to show up. You don't know where Animal's going to show up. You don't know where Sexxy Eddy's going to show up. And, you know,
press a button.
There's tag belts in every federation. Tag belts in every federation. So, you know, we're looking all around. We got our eyes on the prize. And we're coming wherever we want to come. That's what I say in the bedroom. That's what I say in the wrestling ring. We're going to come wherever we want to come. Okay? You got that? Ladies, that's for you after the show. All right.
Because it's good to see you guys wrestle. Like I know IWS is in Montreal, but to see you guys out of province. Maybe one day to see you guys in a big promotion one day.
Jesus.
I know AEW is coming to town.
Oh, God. They wouldn't be ready for it.
They're not really sexy. No, they're like
too sexy. I remember the first time I wrestled this guy. It was a lot. Like, it was coming at me. Like he immediately used it, and my hand was like, No. What? What's A? Like we would light up the crowd at AEW.
Yeah,
The crowd would get sucked in.
I'm gonna get sucked. Everyone's gonna get sucked off. They're all gonna get sucked off, sucked in.
You guys get the biggest ovation every time at IWS. So there's no doubt that the future is bright for you guys. So I don't know why they're holding you guys down.
They're holding us down because again they know that the power we have, the animal magnetism to the women backstage is dangerous. It's gonna cause a lot of heartbreak.
Women and the men.
We're just
everybody.
Yeah, everybody. We're not inclusive. We don't know.
They all love us.
Attracted to us. I mean, you know, hey, we might go inside some of you. We might not go some inside you. It's our choice. Sometimes it takes over. My penis has a brain of its own. It's not because you're ugly. It chooses not to go in you.
Did you know sometimes it calls me? It'll be fast asleep. I get a phone call. It's like, hey, animal. Hey, this is Eddie's penis. How you doing? And I'll be like, Eddie's penis? What time is it? Be like, it's rock and roll time, baby. It's he's asleep, but I want to go out. Can we go out? And I'm like, how are we supposed to go out without Eddie? He's attached. He's like, maybe you just attach me for a little bit. You bring me out in a little box, and we'll go to a strip club. And you can show me off, and I'll get a few dances. And then you just come back, sew me back on Eddie.
I didn't know that until he recorded. I didn't know that until he recorded some of the conversations. I don't know why my penis has such an evil voice. He sounds like Golem from Lord of the Rings. You know,
it's getting held down.
That's right. Jeez, and he's like, all he wants to do is get swung around at clubs. Just swing him around. That's all he wants me to do with him. That's all. Just swing him around. I'm like, fuck. Eddie's fast asleep, but my penis is wide awake.
I mean, you party all the time.
Yeah,
but like that guy. He wants to party when you're asleep.
He's a nut job, if you know what I mean.
Hey-o.
Can't get enough of this Four Loko shit, baby.
It's good. It's really good.
Loco.
It's delicious.
What happens if you put the Sexxxy hot sauce in the Four Loko?
Ooh.
Whoa! Hey, man.
I might throw up.
I don't know if you're ready.
I've done
hot
shots
sauce
of Four
shot.
Loko.
Can you do that?
I'm good for hot, but is it really fucking?
I've done shots of that.
I've had animal
hot like ruin your night hot or?
Four Loko hot sauce shot?
I don't know.
I've
Maybe
done both.
I've done both. A hot sauce shot.
Yeah.
Animals
I've
tried
done both.
Four Loko for the first time here.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I've never tried your hot sauce. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that to you.
Right live.
I wouldn't do it.
I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. I'll do that.
Do not do an American shot. Do not do an American
Which one
shot.
you suggest?
A Canadian shot.
Okay.
Not too crazy.
I like the ginger. I like the ginger, but
Because I'm a cook.
I'm almost finished my second bottle
my
of jerk.
Yeah.
I'm almost done my second bottle of jerk. It's really good. I love it.
Because you know, there's always those hot sauces that are out there, and they're like really. There's too much heat, and you can't really taste.
No, this is tasty.
You want to taste the ingredients. You want to, sabor.
Tastes real good. Oh, I'm not doing a shot of it.
I know what it tastes like.
Okay, I'm gonna take a shooter.
Let me want this exclusive. Animal tried Four Loko for the first time right here. Right now, I want exclusives. Only here at Jofo. We got all the exclusives.
Just so everybody knows.
Pick your poison.
Yeah,
this is
really good.
This is your drawing. Did you draw?
No. Actually, my wife.
Your wife? Really?
She had to make my penis a little smaller because it wouldn't fit on the label. Shake it up. Shake it. I want you to.
Shake
Is this
it.
the one? Is this the one?
Yeah, you could. That's the
I like jerk.
That's a jerk. You gotta shake that shit up.
I like ginger too, but I love jerk. I bought a few bottles of this. Yeah.
And again, we're on the air.
We
right?
are live.
Take a pause. I don't want to have another reaction of this is.
I want to talk about something.
We're
not just doing the same shit every time.
Yeah.
We've been pulling out new moves left, right, and center.
New moves.
We're doctors in the ring. Well, Sexxy Bees, we're doctors. I pulled out a new finisher this week.
Did, man.
Yeah. New animal drop.
Well, what's
fucking deadly.
is that the when he has you in the power driver move and you come off the top rope?
So that's our finish. That's
That's what we got.
That's what
it's called the deep throat. And I'll tell you what. I'll give you the history.
deep throat?
The deep throat.
Hey, wait.
Gets him in the
Before we deep throat the crowd, I want the deep throat.
All right, here we go.
Whoa, don't be crazy now.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay.
Take it easy.
Okay, I'm trusting you guys now.
Take it easy.
Again, this is made for a little bit of
perfect. That's perfect.
Of everybody in the neighborhood, so we didn't want to go too crazy. But like again, this is not on me.
I don't want to taste it before.
This is the first time
It smells good.
he's tasting the jerk sauce.
Here we go. Jerk sauce.
Well, here we go.
You're fucked now.
Your mouth's closed. Once the oxygen hits the lips, wait, the oxygen's hitting. It's coming in,
I like the taste. Yeah, it's nice. Okay.
but it is gonna hit.
Oh, it's good, man. It's good.
Those are. You know what? Those are the best hot sauces. The ones that the little sneaker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The little sneak attack.
He's gonna be sweating.
Okay.
He's gonna be sweating, and it's not because of all
like
the
it on
blow
eggs.
he did last week. He's gonna be sweating from the hot sauce.
I put it on eggs. I put it on eggs. It's
He
good.
doesn't do drugs. We don't do drugs. We don't condone drugs on this show. We just sell them.
Jeez.
That's good.
Good?
Just good. Yeah. No, I'm good.
And you could put that on chicken,
I approve,
on
man.
beef, pork. You could put it on meat, on your meat. You could put it on
Marinate.
any
You can
meat.
marinate meat with that.
Masturbate with their meat with it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying though. Yeah, we
Tell him about the deep throat. Now that he's deep throated the sauce, that's right. Again, $10 a bottle.
My brain's just going.
what he does is we get that guy. Oh, he's fucked after this. No one survives this. You get that guy and he flips him into a tombstone pile driver with his face right on Eddie's dick. His mouth is open right on the dick.
And the cobra is down. Boom! Right.
And the animal gets up on the top rope.
Fucking face.
And I jump, and he goes into the tombstone pile driver, and I grab that ass, and I shove it all the way down. He gets all of it. He gets all of Eddie.
All of it.
All right to the hilt.
And if you
And then
kick
he's
out,
dead.
there's something wrong with you. I don't know what I'm saying. What's wrong with you?
No one's ever kicked out.
No one's ever kicked out of it.
No one's
So
ever
it's
kicked
1,
out
2,
of
3
deep
when
throat.
that happens.
Nobody's ever
dead.
cocked out of it.
No,
Cocked out of it.
cocked
That's
out
what
of
we
it.
call it.
Yeah.
So it's one of our big moves. But tell him about the one. He had this one in the chemistry lab. We were mixing
I
up
was
some
mixing
potions. We were mixing up some hot
lotions.
sauce. And he's like,
Potions and lotions.
He's lotions of potions. He's
Lotions
like,
of potions.
I got an idea.
That's right. That's right.
Eddie.
Yeah.
I love you. You love me.
That's right. We love each other.
So you know what? Let's show the crowd how much we love each other.
That's right.
Let's keep bringing out those beers, and let's climb up the top rope, and with total destruction in the ring. Tell them about that move.
It's called the Lover's Leap.
I love it.
Lover's Leap. And I got the idea. Animal and Mrs. Animal one night were getting it on. And what came on the cable television? It was Thelma and Louise.
Ooh.
And it was right near the end of the show. And there's a scene where they're driving off a cliff.
I thought they were going to make out before they did that.
I thought so too. Yeah, literally. And they reach up and they slap hands. And then they drive off the cliff together and die. And I thought, hey, I think this is the perfect move for Eddie and I. So we get up on the top rope like we're going to dance at our wedding.
This first connection like we had, the first
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we hold each other,
electric.
and then we jump, and it wipes out it will wipe out 100 people.
What do you call that baby? That baby's called the Lover's Leap.
Lover's Leap. We've done it 2 times in a row. Flattened the ring. Flattened it. In fact, the ring came down 3 more inches after each Lover's Leap. It shrinks. The fans are watching. Oh, are they going up for it? Is it really happening? I can't believe my eyes. I'm such a lucky girl. Oh my gosh. Their faces are 0G with a Lover's Leap.
And they have to pass the mop in the first row, all the way in the front. All around the front row, they have to pass the mop because the girls
That's right.
exploded too.
No kidding.
And everybody's down, but they all have a smile on their face.
That's right.
That's the thing.
That's right. But then he pulled out the penis.
5 pounds of cock meat.
We flattened them, and then he pulled out he got so excited.
I got so excited. The blood was rushing right to my
He
loins.
was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, Eddie.
My big balls said, give me
And then
some.
I was like,
give me some.
Oh, pump the brakes, animals. Too close. I'm too close. I'm going to get all of it.
So that again, so that's some of the
damn.
moves. Animal too. You've been working on something. I seen you do for the first time.
Yeah. The new,
What do you call that son of a bitch?
The animal trap.
Animal trap.
Animal
Because
trap.
you know why?
Yeah.
Once your foot gets in there,
You're
forget it.
trapped.
You're trapped. You're done.
he-
Toast.
They try and get me, and they get up, and it used to be
all that power you bring up. You
spin
bring
around, and it's like
It's
yeah.
amazing. I was like,
Yeah, Brock Lesnar's got nothing on this move. I get that guy up there, and I chuck him off, and he goes down into the mat so hard. He wants to. We gotta call his mom after.
I called it the cock Lesnar, but again, it was better
cock
than that.
Lesnar. Hey, I was gonna call it the animal trap, but the cock Lesnar's
animal
pretty
trap.
good.
We'll go with the animal
I
trap.
kind of like the cock
It's
Lesnar.
more PG. It works on the Jofo show, but it might not work on Fight Network. Right?
That's right.
Just a fucking opinion.
Yeah, so it's the animal trap. The new
Yeah.
animal trap. He gets up there. He's like he's got to be like 12 feet in the air when he comes back down. And Animal lands right
Animals
down
can
on top
fly,
of him.
man. Animals can fly.
Oh, he was dead. I could have pinned him right there. It would have been the end of the show.
He just wanted to show it off, show his strength, show the animal power that
right.
he has.
That's right.
Man, that's great.
Can we talk about her entrance though? Good. Damn.
You know what? Again, it's something that when we talk, I think
God
we
damn,
avoided this question,
God
but
damn,
you know,
it's
we
hot.
got together and we were like, we need something that the people will remember.
Yeah.
Something that, like, you know, again, what do I have? What does he have? Let's slap it together. Everything I have is between my legs. So now my partner is my everything. So I have my everything coming out between my legs. It's beautiful. It's magical. It's sexual. It is love in the make. We're making love basically to everybody in the crowd.
He's like
that happens.
He-Man on Saturday morning cartoons. He's got the power, and I'm like Battle Cat coming under there, going from Cringer to full Battle Cat.
But someone like myself and other fans of Montreal wrestling that love you guys, that's something that when I go to the show, I'm waiting for that entrance. When you guys are in the ring, he pulls off the track pants. You go under. You know, it's something that I look forward to, and I love it, man. That's we need more of that. You know, like,
We do.
We need more of that.
Well, we can't help that we're innovators. Like, we have the ingenuity, we have the smarts, we spend the time in the lab.
I don't know if you guys have changed your theme music now, but I know you would come out to Sexxxy Eddy's old theme.
We still do.
Well, maybe you ever think of having a team?
That you know what?
I've thought about it here and there.
Again, there's a lot of things in the lab, in the animal sexy lab that we're working on right now. Some things are a little combustible.
Yeah.
Some things have the skull and crossbones on them, so we can't divulge it right now. But they're in the works. They're in the works. Only good things are coming from the Sexy Beasts, and only good things are coming on our fans of the Sexy Beasts. You won't get pregnant by it, by the way.
That's right. I had a match.
We're too old. Our sperm doesn't swim. We're too drunk. Our sperm just goes right to sleep.
Yeah, mine just go like this. Animal had a match in New York City 2 weeks ago.
Tell them, Animal.
New York City in New Fear City Wrestling. Death match central in a bar.
Death match?
Yeah, death
In
match.
a bar?
Yeah, I had a death match in a bar. 200 people strong at New Fear City.
Wow.
No ring,
Brooklyn.
no ring,
No
right?
ring, no ring. I don't need
First
a ring.
time
I just
wrestling?
whoop-
First time wrestling in New York?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Animal came out to Celine Dion. Like I tried to channel you. I tried to get real sexy. Like,
Which song from
sexy.
Celine Dion? Like-
Ashes from
okay, I was gonna say
the
not by.
Deadpool, the Deadpool soundtrack. And when I came out, it was a bit too much.
Too much.
It was too much.
They weren't ready for
Yeah,
it. It's okay. They weren't ready for it.
They had to get 3 ambulances outside. Girls were passing out, like heat stroke. They didn't know what was happening. They were falling in love and just like dying in front of me.
Yeah.
Their clothes just like exploded off. Just
Fuck.
spontaneous combustion.
I love it.
And then they had to be dragged out unconscious. And that doesn't help the animal.
No, it does not.
Ironically, when that happened, I remember reposting a story of our good friend we had on the show, Zach Amico, from Midnight Spook Show and Gas Digital as well. And you messaged me, it's like, fuck, this guy was at my event for arrested.
He was at the event, and then I was hanging out with him at Lucky 13 at the bar after. Fucking amazing bar in New
He
York.
was the host of Dave LaGreca's Roast.
Oh yeah, no shit.
I think last year with Tommy Dreamer and Bubba Ray Dudley, and there was a couple of Aldis. Nick Aldis was there as well. So
Yeah.
he's out
Yeah,
there.
he was right. He was right there at the bar. Yeah.
good guy, man,
really cool.
and a great manager
Yeah. Oh, he's a good manager.
and a great
We've
comedian
never
as
had
well.
a manager. Not that we need one.
I don't think you guys need a manager.
No, we
I don't
don't
think
need
you
a
guys
manager.
personally.
We're too
in my
wild.
opinion, I don't think you need a manager.
If we did have a manager, she'd probably have to be dirty and hairy to combine our powers together. Do you want to see that? A dirty, hairy?
No.
Maybe not, you know?
Kind of.
Just saying. It's these times now. I don't know. We don't know.
knows?
Whatever.
We don't
Who
really-
knows?
Who knows exactly?
Yeah,
Who knows?
we don't really
Old.
need managers. We don't need a manager. I don't think.
We'll see. We'll see. Well, again, back in the lab, the animal and sexy lab, we're going to see what we can concoct. Concoct, if you know what I mean. That's right. We got a whole bunch of inventions right on their way. Some of them are tasty like my sauce, and some of them are fucking totally disgusting.
Yeah, some of them are gross.
This was actually, you know what? I was waiting for, like, it's hot. but not to the point
delicious.
where
It's delicious.
I was waiting for the extra level to come back. And it didn't come, and that's not a bad. That's actually a good thing because it says perfect.
It says
level
use
of
me.
heat.
It says use me.
Perfect level of heat, because you could go
me
back
and
to
use
it after,
me.
right?
Yeah, that's why it's
Put me on everything.
You said a good question after, so it calmed down. If
Yeah.
you would ask something like, hey, you guys are on a losing streak. Oh, boy, it would have whiplashed you right there. You would have a broken neck. You would have been like, yeah,
This one,
paralyzed.
this one's the hotter one for sure.
You know what? Again, to
In your
each his
opinion.
own.
I'm looking at this cassette tape here called Best of Raw.
Yep.
Why don't we have a Sexy Beasts Raw?
Best of Raw Dog?
Yeah, we haven't rawed yet.
Raw Dog.
When
no
do we
condom.
get raw?
When do we get Raw?
When are we getting raw?
We get Raw every night.
We get
every
pretty
night.
raw.
In the ring, outside the ring. That's what we're talking about.
Eddie, speaking about VHSs and DVDs, I always, what's your most cherished like VHS DVD that you have from back in the day?
Because I do collect a lot of them, and that's the thing. A lot of shows now, it's all on the internet right now. They got Internet Wrestling TV,
IWTV, Fight
and
TV.
everything. So I'm a collector, and I kind of like having, even though maybe they don't even fucking work. I don't know anymore. But I have them for the cover art and everything. Because, again, we used to do a lot of work in that, too.
Yeah.
And we used to flyer telephone poles and put posters everywhere. Now it's all social media. So it's changed. It's evolved, and that's what we got to do. We got to keep evolving. But for me, I cherish my collection of stuff that I have. One of my favorite was it was an unfucking sanctioned show. Again, it's one of our bigger shows we do every year. Black and white cover. I think Chris Hero was there. We had a lot of good stars there, and I can't remember the year. I'm gonna say 94. You know what? No, I was in a 2000. No, exactly. Again, sorry, I was rewinding of some girl I had. She was 94. I had last night.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I know she came to my house with a walker. She left in a wheelchair. yeah, 94.
You were not wrestling.
Anyway,
in
no, I
94.
wasn't wrestling in 94. But I think it was 2004. Again, maybe I'm wrong.
That
Maybe I'm
makes
right. I wrestled XS, and we had a hell of a match that I watched back, and I'm like, shit, half of that stuff I can't even do anymore. I don't even know how I did it back then. I am part cat. I've used up 8 of my 9 lives. I'm on my last one right now, my last life with the animal. So I just hope he takes care of me as I'm taking care of him. Yeah, so that's the thing. That was one of my favorite DVDs. I think it was a 3 DVD set. Crazy show. Tits were out. My dad was ringing the bell on that show. My dad was like having a blast. He had a buddy of his that came to the show. He's like, hey, a Polish accent. Does your son do this all the time?
Like you didn't know like what you were.
No,
like,
exactly.
You know you were a wrestler, but
and stuff. And my dad's like, yeah, every weekend the tits come out.
come meet my friend Sexxxy Eddy. He's wrestling tonight. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this is your friend?
Well, this is my dad. This is my son. This is my son. That's what you say. This is my son. So invite him to your wedding. He'll have a great time. So I
do.
We're looking for the lighter. We don't know where the lighter is.
Sorry.
So again, that was one of my favorite DVDs. Favorite VHS too was actually the second time. So the first time I was in WWE was on the Tough Enough DVD. Actually,
Well, get out. You were on Tough Enough?
If you
were one of the
go,
participants in
you're
Tough
gonna
Enough?
have to get the
Stop
DVD,
it.
right? The DVD exclusive, the Tough Enough.
I'll
DVD.
find it.
Yeah, I'll lend it to you.
Oh, you have it?
I'm on
okay.
the bonus feature called The Rejects. Everyone that did make it. That was my first taste of WWE success.
The first ever Tough Enough?
I was like, yes, the first ever. And again, because of the Canadian, with Unibrow himself.
Maven, Miz, I think, was there too. Was he there? If Miz was there?
See, my gimmick was Jizz, and they said, no, there's a Miz and Jizz. No, I did not. I think he retired. I started before him, and I ended after him, so I'm still wrestling. But again, I'm on the Tough Enough, the Rejects bonus section. That was my first taste of WWE success.
Wow.
My second time was on the Kevin Owens Fight Owens DVD.
Yes.
Where they talk about me.
Yeah,
They show
I
the little
remember that.
clip. And I'm still waiting for my paychecks.
Still waiting for that residual.
Vince. Oh, Vince is not even there. Vince.
Yeah. TKO.
Did you see him at that event?
Vince, take your pills so you can send me some. At
you
least
see that?
let me in the catering room. Let me in the green room.
See that
I
box?
just eat some of the food. That's all I want to do. I want to just give me a rib. No, spare. Just give me one rib. Put the drink right in my hand. Hey, you have change for 100? Chris Rock. If you don't know your movies, now you know. If you don't know, and now you know. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But what were you were about to ask something. Did you meet him?
You can't remember.
No, I was gonna say you see him at that last event. He's got a lot of bodyguards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That means you're gonna make me fight all his bodyguards,
All of them.
and then you're gonna have to ask Vince for the money.
Yeah. The
You
money.
better not fail.
You could pay me
Take his black card.
in cocaine and pussy, and that's okay with me. That's okay with me.